Nachos community. I hope you guys are having a great dentisting day. Hope no one dropped any crowns on the floor, or your contacts are going well, or your team members are there. So running a dental practice, as you know, it's kind of like running a circus where the animals don't try to kill you. They just slowly annoy you to death. So I am a dental practice parent with my brother, Jeff Goodman, in Pennington and Ewing, New Jersey. And I really enjoy doing that. It can be a stressful endeavor. It can be a fun endeavor. It can be a rewarding endeavor. I describe it as like having a 3-year-old every day for the rest of your life that never grows up. So that's probably the best way to describe practice ownership. So as a practice owner, you're trying to do one of two things. You're trying to increase revenue, increase production, or reduce overhead, okay? Reduce overhead. So today we're going to talk about how you can save money by doing nothing. And I know what you're saying to yourself. You're saying, nah-uh. And I'm here to tell you with Pete Eustick, I'm saying, uh-huh, you can. That was back in the playground. People used to say that, nah-uh, uh-huh. So we also, Farah's here with us. If you have some questions, drop those in the Facebook Live comments. We'll be happy to answer them about whatever you like. Pete, it is lunchtime. Thanks for joining us. So I brought my standard lunch of nachos. I eat them every day for lunch. My doctor says that's okay. Well, these ones aren't very good. I think they're healthy. I'm trying to get in shape for the summer, Pete. So I figured now I should start, right?
It's a good start.
Yeah. So thanks for being on here with us. Merchant Advocate is one of our newer Nacho affiliates. We've had a chance to work together. Tell us a little bit about what Merchant Advocate does for dentists and dental practices.
Sure. So what we do is help dental practices save money on their credit card acceptance costs without having to switch their processor or banks. We are a processor agnostic advocate, trying to drive transparency and integrity back into merchant services.
Sounds like a really cool thing. And I know, I'm here in Philadelphia, and people have a love-hate relationship with Comcast. I don't know if you do Comcast. It's polarizing.
I cut the cord.
Yeah, sometimes you don't like them, but then sometimes they're doing a laser light show at Christmas for my kids. So you don't know. But I kind of think with working with you and what I've learned about Merchant Advocate through introducing the Nacho community, it would be like you have a Comcast bill of $100 a month. You don't have to change your TV provider, but you talk with them and say, hey, you're charging the Nacho family a little too much for this, and we think you should charge them $80 a month. And they either say yes or no. Is that an easy way to understand what you guys do?
Yeah, basically, simplified way. I would say there's probably a little bit more regulation behind cable services than there is merchant services. So, that kind of leaves, dental practices or any business for that matter, accepting credit card, a little susceptible to overbilling practices by the processors.
Gotcha. And so, so share with me. So I've been a dental practice parent for since 2005. We've gone through all different permutations of credit card processors. Why is it so hard to understand what they do and how they charge you?
Well, I think it's purposely driven that way. If you look at your credit card statement every month, it's, we say this a lot, but it looks like it's put into a foreign language. So it's difficult to understand. There's hundreds of different categories you might see on that statement. It could be anywhere from 4 pages to 12 pages long. And it's really done to just disorient the business owner into okay, I have to pay this and file it away. We run through a lot of different practices that don't even open the statements. They just go into a drawer, or they go into even a receptacle, the wastebasket, and they're just like, all right, we'll pay it, and that's that. But you have to understand that there's potential savings within those accounts.
I mean, what I would say is, I'm a big Seinfeld fan. Have you seen Seinfeld in your day?
Seinfeld fan.
So there was an episode where George worked for Play Now, and they were going to test out Kramer's bladder system. And they were going to throw it out the window filled with oil. And George said, there's nothing dirtier than a giant ball of oil.
Right.
And I kind of think of the credit card processing industry that way. And I understand it from the processor side too. But I've been in scenarios well before Merchant Advocate or knowing about this, where I would say to my processor, I'd have a rep come in. They'd say, oh, you're getting taken advantage of. You should switch to us. And then you go back to your original person. And they say, oh, well, we can match that rate. And then I kind of think, why weren't you matching it the whole time?
It's all part of the game, right? It's a game, and practice owners, business owners, they have people walking into the business, or have somebody calling them or somebody emailing them just saying, hey, we're going to save you money in your processing, without knowing what you're paying currently. They're just going to tell you they're going to save you money without even knowing, what your program looks like. And it just goes back and forth. And what really happens is, you might save a little bit up front, you live 1 year, 2 year, 3 years later, you're back to paying, really the same thing you were paying originally.
So going back to that cable scenario, that's one of the things you guys do too, is you make sure that the savings continue year after year.
Yeah.
Because I've signed up for Showtime and it was free. And then my wife's like, we're paying $30 a month. I'm like, I'm sorry, I never checked.
But that's really the heart of our program. Sure. We do, an upfront, we offer a complimentary analysis, really a forensic audit of your existing program. But if we do formally engage, we find savings formally engaged, really the heart of our program is that we're monitoring your statements every single month for the life of our, relationship. So sure, let's say we get you set up and we have a good cost program in place for 6 months, and then processor sneaks in a surcharge on top of, XYZ fee. And then, our analysts will catch that and we will make sure it gets adjusted back to where it should be.
I like that. You're like my childhood idol, Robin Hood, or my newer idol, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. You're out there helping the people. I like that.
I believe he told her that he was, part of the family.
I know. Yeah, I know. We can't. We may have had people who are going to like get into Game of Thrones 10 years from now. It's okay. I'm on board with it. If you don't watch it, if you don't watch it live, you got to just shut down, live in a hole until you watch it, or just watch it live with the rest of us. So tell us a little more about, you've been working with the Nacho community. You're one of our affiliates, which means for the Nacho community that as a number of affiliates that we've talked about, Local Med, Swell CX, Merchant Advocate, PPO Profits. What this means is that when you guys sign up, I get either the best nachos in the land, free puppies. I'd like a free puppy. Can I get a golden doodle? They're a popular breed. More money. But what I say to my nachos community is I want to bring good ideas to dentists. That's why we're here. Bring good ideas to dentists. Find out if it's a fit for your practice. I'm here to bring the ideas. But you've been working with some people in the nacho community already. How's that? And Farah will put in our landing page if you want to work with Pete and get a complimentary, no cost upfront analysis. But how's that been going so far?
It's been going great. We have a number of clients already through the program. We've only been, I think, formally engaged for two months now. So I think people are really seeing the value in our program, and obviously the interaction. What I'll say is, I'm really the point person for the Dental Nachos Merchant Advocate affiliate. So people have my cell phone, email, contact me with any questions, any concerns you might have. But it's going well, and we also you should mention that we do discount our savings share for Dental Nachos members. So it's
an extra nacho-tastic deal, Dental Nachos. You're getting money for doing nothing, and even extra money for knowing me. So that's great. And Pete, now when I was a kid in New Jersey, they had this like program. You could ride along with the police, or like a ride. I think you should ride along with me as a dental practice owner, Pete, because it's very challenging life. Because you wake up and you're like, today's going to be a good day. I'm going to have a good attitude. I own a dental practice. I'm going to help people. And then before you get to your office, you find out somebody's sick, this patient canceled, this person don't want to pay, there's a bat in your attic, all these crazy things happen. And you think, I just can't deal with another thing. So what is the process for us exhausted but enthusiastic practice owners?
Sure.
We want to work with Merchant Advocate. How much do we have to annoy ourselves to start working with you?
Well, that was your big thing, right? In promoting this event, it's say without doing anything, right? Do nothing. And well, it's not necessarily do absolutely nothing. Really, what we need to perform our analysis is 2 or 3 recent months, merchant processing statements. We'll perform that. We'll perform our comprehensive audit, and we'll come back within a few business days and let you know if you qualify for our program. Beyond sending us statements and signing a 1-page application, we like to keep things hand off. It's a turnkey solution. So we don't want, doctors, having to, review something every month and then signing off. And it's really just, set it and forget it, and know that Merchant Advocate is really watching over your program, sitting on your side of the table, and making sure you're getting the absolute best rates possible.
And I like that because I work with a great team at my office. Some of them, I hope we're watching, Donna, Taylor, and Kate. And sometimes I go up and I'm like, hey guys, could you help me check a hygiene patient? And they're like, hey, that's illegal, Paul. So I'm like, okay, I guess we can't have you help us. But this is something that your office manager, bookkeeper, accountant, or dentist can do. So you can make it easier. You can ask your Kate, your Donna, your Taylor. Ben works with us, Ben Bierenbaum, great guy. You can say, hey, can you get Pete the stuff that he needs? So the dentist really can make it even easier by just connecting you with the person who's in charge of that.
That's correct. And, if you are a client, we do send you a monthly snapshot every month. It's simple. It's 1 page. It's, we don't want to complicate things. We want you something to look at. Oh, here's my savings. Great. this is what Merchant Advocate has done for us. This is what we would have paid prior to Merchant Advocate. And we just try to keep things simple, hands-off for our clients.
So, and what I'd like to share with the Dental Nachos community, with their office managers, dentists, even students who are going to own practice, or residents, is this is a true win-win, because you analyze these statements, and if you can't save the office money, that means that they're doing great. That's good.
Third-party validation.
Yeah. So that means, and if you can save them money, then they can save money for the rest of their practice career. So it is a true win-win, where this is what I'm trying to encourage dentists to do, is to look for ways to make more money in their practice in not your ordinary ways. And, it really is, to me, saving money by doing nothing year after year and helping your practice be more profitable. And, you work with, we are here in Philadelphia. We did win a World Series not too long ago, but I know the current World Series champs, they work with you guys. So who's one of your clients that Philly fans would not be too happy with, but they're a good organization?
Well, you also know that I'm a Yankee fan, so
gosh, it's tough on you.
It's a pain point, but the Boston Red Sox are a client of ours. You can go to our website, merchantadvocate.com, and see a number of clients you might recognize as well outside of the baseball world.
So the Boston Red Sox are your clients, and Dental Nachos community, you could be the next client. Happy Tooth Familyville Dental, I don't know if that's a real one or not, but you could be a client too. So let's take a little time and answer a few questions. If you have any questions for Pete, if you have any questions for me, we can answer a couple questions here. I have one here. This is a good one. So Pete, in the dentisting space, you meet a lot of different reps. So some people will say, my cousin set me up with my credit card processing, my friend. Will they be mad if I do this? Or how do you connect with those people? And in scenarios like that, how do you say to the cousin, hey, we've looked at these statements and found what?
Sure. So, a lot of times we find kind of a mixed bag in such situations. Really, we're going to work directly with the clients, and with the merchant or the dentist in this scenario, and we're going to say, hey, that's great. Give us a couple statements, and we'll kind of validate that you do have the best rates. And unfortunately, we do find scenarios where they're not the best rates, and they are a little inflated. And it might be because that friend that was a good friend 20 years ago I set you up in processing and could be collecting some revenue on your account, so they don't want it to be too low.
That does not sound like the best type of friend. And
we're hands off. We're just going to give you our analysis.
And I think what we should look at things broad picture. It doesn't mean that they have to switch processors. Doesn't mean that the person can't make any money. You just kind of keep these people accountable. That's why you are the Robin Hood or Jon Snow. So I think that is just awesome. As we talked about, I'm so proud to be able to offer what you guys do to the Dental Nachos community. To work with you guys is super easy. We have a landing page here in the comments. You can reach out to me at drnacho@dentalnachos.com or Ariel@dentalnachos.com, like the Little Mermaid, ARIEL @dentalnachos.com. Landing page here, and they just will get you started on their no cost upfront analysis. I'm just glad that as you've noticed, I'm Ryoshim Dentist, it's hard to increase production. It's difficult to make more money, to produce more each year because of insurance fees and challenges like that. So this is just a way where you can reduce overhead. I like to think of it, reducing calories with these horrific healthy chips here. If there's any other questions, we okay over here, Farrah?
Okay.
All right, great. Well, thanks for being honest with us, Pete. Any parting Merchant Advocate words that you want to share?
No, we're excited to be an affiliate. I know we're getting together next week, with the group, and hoping we can expand upon our relationship. And we're just looking forward to help businesses out. We want to be, we're truly in this altruistic space. We don't want you to switch processors. We want you to save without switching, really.
Nice. If you want to come high five Pete and his crew, they're going to be at the Dentist and Team Boost Festival, May 31st to June 1st. We're going to have Dr. Mark Costas, Dr. Desiree Yazdan. She has just a few Instagram followers, 125,000. So she's going to share. So we got sponsors, dentists, reps, people in the same space trying to help dentists be normal. It's not easy. We went to dental school. We used to be normal. We went to dental school, and this is what happened. So we have social events. So May 31st to June 1st, we have a few live tickets left. That's almost sold out. Then we have a live stream tickets available because the internet, Pete, it's very wide, the internet. There's limited capacity. So join us live or via live stream. But thanks for being with us, Pete. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, Paul.
Have a great day.